Hi class, welcome to CJC 225. My name is Dr. Duncan. Just coming by to talk with you for a few moments and put a face behind the person checking the emails and grading and who you're corresponding with via email. CJC 225 is set up a little different than some other classes, so I wanted to come on and go through and make sure I answer any questions that you may have. First thing, this is you have a total of 8 modules in this class. I have only opened the first 3 up until July 3rd. I will open the remaining modules in the forthcoming weeks. So some of you have emailed me a little concerned thinking that the class ends July 3rd. No, the class does not end on July 3rd. I just opened up the first couple modules just to get you acclimated to the course, for you understand APA, planning, different things like that before we go in. So I will open the remaining modules. A couple things I want to highlight with the course. For example, I'm looking through the course while I'm going through this with you. This week, you're completing the Understanding APA format and why that's important, because when you're completing your discussion boards, it's imperative that it's written in APA format. Failure to write in the APA format will result in points being deducted. So make sure that you understand what APA is, because I understand in English they teach MLA. When you come over to social sciences, it's APA. So that's why we're spending the module on that. Next week, June 12th, we move in and actually start talking within the book. The first section we're talking about is planning. Note that you will not have a quiz every week. You will not have a quiz every week. Most weeks, or some weeks, you only have a discussion board. Now, with that, I will say, make sure that when you are supplying and writing your responses and your replies, that you're giving detailed responses with substance. You're not getting a quiz, so I'm expecting you to actually put in the work, not just the generic, I think this is good, or whatever. Make sure that you actually are detailing, giving me something, putting in thought in your discussion boards. Failure to do so will be reflected in your grade. So for example, 2.1 discussion board. Think of an incident that occurred in the United States either currently or in the past, and evaluate the action of law enforcement or other emergency personnel in handling the incident. An example would be during Hurricane Katrina, where local officials and FEMA were caught up in so much bureaucracy the aid took days to arrive. You have that incident that you can look at. You can also look at the incident, I can't think, where was that? In North Carolina here. I cannot think of the city, the little town, not Lumberton. It's over there as well, but I can't think of it. But really trying to think of it. I cannot think of it. Sorry, can't think of it. I will tell you too, let me back up. When I do my videos, if you're in my other classes, you've already heard me say this, I do not present this perfect polished video for my lecture videos. If you're in class, you're not getting a perfect polished video. You can see now it's in the summer, I have a hat, I'm in the office, I'm coming in to do the video. I give it to you just like this. I'm giving it to you raw. So I may start talking to myself and trying to think. The phone may come in, So I just want to let you know that I'm not going to go back and give you this. Well, today we're going to discuss, because that's not how I am. That's not my style. But I was trying to think of, if you can think of the town, I cannot remember where they experienced the flooding, and it's taken several days, and some are actually still waiting. Lumberton was one area, and then the other area that just was hit by the little hurricane that we had like last week or 2 weeks ago or something like that. But in that example, when you're doing your research for APA, you're going to write up your summary, but then you're including that link for whatever your substance is. So you're not just coming up with back in 1999 when this happened and that. You're actually giving me a summary, what's the action plan, and actually giving me the link for your source of whatever you're talking about when you're doing your discussion boards. Remember, it's not verbatim. You can't copy and paste what you researched and then put a link behind that. That will result in a 0. That's plagiarism. You read the article and you need to summarize and then critique it, but then you're still giving me the link for the audio article. So I repeat, do not copy and paste the article for your discussion board response and then put it down like that's your like you're citing it. That is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to actually conduct the research, look, assess, critique, submit. So in that, we're looking at the planning and how things were executed for that. I was looking at the next one we were looking at. We're going to talk about school resource officer. So a lot of this is just getting you to think more outside of the box. It's not so much what is the answer, find the answer on page 6 in this book. It's, you've read this chapter, you understand that, and that apply. We're looking more of application, apply what you've read with that. So you're not going to see a lot of what is this and answer that. And you do have some quizzes sprinkled throughout the course, but for the most part, I'm really wanting you to do some independent research off of what you've learned and then give me your synopsis of it. I'm trying to think of some other questions we had. You will not have a final. Oh, why is module 8 open? I just now see. Now, wonder, you guys. I see module 8 is open. Let me close that because I'm not opening it yet. You will. I lost my train of thought here. You will have quizzes sprinkled throughout the course, but again, do not be alarmed if you're not seeing a quiz in there every week, but you will see the discussion board. So I'm looking for you a little bit of that higher level thinking to occur in this class. Can't think. Somebody asked me about major projects. We don't have a major project or a research paper that you're going to do, like a research paper. You will have small little research assignments that you would do. For example, module 8, you're going to research your city or county policy on what actions are taken for juveniles who come up missing. So you're going to have little research assignments, but not like a major research project that you have to submit at the end of the course. As you're moving forward throughout the course, if you ever have questions, feel free to shoot me an email. The best way to contact me is email. I'm not in the office. I live in Raleigh, so I come into Fayetteville during the summer. It's very infrequent when I come in. But if you email me and you want to set up a phone conference or anything, I'm definitely available for that. Or if you want to do a video chat, I do try to come on and do video chats, and I'll also periodically schedule live video chats, which is with Blackboard Collaborate, and that's where we can actually come on together and converse all together, as opposed to this me just recording this and uploading that to you. Don't think I have anything else to address. I think that was pretty much it. If you have questions, feel free to shoot me an email. Let's go ahead and get this class started and get this class knocked out. I look forward to working with each of you.